When it comes to making the best modern myth about what it means to be a man, then it's hats off to Vince Gilligan and his character Walter Hartwell White. I just finished, right before filming this, watching Breaking Bad all the way through for the first time. I just 5 minutes ago finished the season finale. And it would take a single digit IQ to listen to what I'm about to say and think that I'm somehow condoning Walter White's criminal activity. So don't think that. However, what I do want to talk about is the principle behind it. And I came very close to this in my earlier video, The Longing for War, where I talk about how man has this innate desire for battle, for conflict, for conquest. And nothing portrays that in the modern day better than Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is the story of the average man, of average Joe, retaking control of his life. And so no matter how bad Walter's actions got throughout the show, no matter how much they pivoted and made him the villain in season 5, which kind of a genius move on the show's part, I'm not gonna lie, but no matter what Walter did, I always understood. I'm not saying I support, but I understand. I understand the level of disrespect that Walter experiences, the lack of anyone listening to you at all, the complete surrendering of your life to external forces. This is the type of thing that will drive a man insane. These are the types of things that will drive the sanest man into lunacy. The disrespect, the lack of anyone listening to him, the lack of anyone respecting his time. These are the things that's going to drive a man crazy. And so when you apply that to modern society, or better yet, the society that followed the premiere of Breaking Bad, because the show came out in 2013. We're a long ways away from that. I know I'm kind of at least a decade late to the beat on this video, but I just finished it for the first time, so I gotta strike while the iron's hot. But anyway, think how few men have what Walter desired. Walter desired respect, Walter desired affection, Walter desired an empire. Most of all, the show is about empire building, the show is about legacy, the show is about capability as a man. These are the things, amongst other similar qualities, that Walter desired most of all. He was willing to do anything for it. He was willing to kill for it. He was willing to cook the best crystal meth the world had ever seen for it. He was willing to die for it. And the show just portrays this man with such incredible talents who has no outlet to express them. And I think that many men can relate to the rage that festers within you. I just recently inquired to sign up for a boxing gym because I feel that same rage that Walter feels. And I love how the driving force, like the real underlying factor, the underlying conflict of the entire show, no matter if it was Tuco, if it was Hank, if it was Gustavo Fring, or if it was Jack and his crew, the underlying motivation was the fact that Elliot betrayed him, and him and Bridget, I think, became successful without him. He was robbed of his glory. And you see this in even more recent myths with Zack Snyder's Justice League. What is Darkseid's entire motivation? To avenge the fact that he was robbed of his glory. He says it explicitly.
I have turned 100,000 worlds to dust, looking for anti-life, looking for those who robbed me of my glory.
So if characters like Walter White and Darkseid can have the same motivations, can have the same internal conflicts, then that shows you that this masculine experience is universal. Walter desires nothing more than his empire. He says it himself, I'm not in the meth business, I'm in the empire business. He desires nothing more than that, just like Darkseid. Even more so than his wife, even more so than his son or his daughter, or keeping his family intact. He desires that sense of conquest. He desires that status of ruling over an empire more than he even desires love or his own well-being. We watch the man prioritize that over literally everything in his life. We see it when he fakes the fugue state. And he tells the doctor there was no fugue state. It was all a lie. I was an overqualified high school teacher. I have been robbed of my glory. And I deal with my bitch wife all day. What would you do? This is what I mean when I say I understand Walt. I mean, the actions themselves, not so much, but the underlying motivator is ubiquitous across the masculine experience. And so what is a brilliant, world-renowned chemist supposed to do? Is that what he was supposed to do? Was he supposed to just teach high school the rest of his life? Work this average Joe mundane job that his own wife didn't even respect him for? His own son didn't even respect him for? His own son called him a wuss. What are you supposed to do other than that than become the most notorious kingpin in all the land? And I say kingpin to tie it to the modern contextualization, but he has to become the most fearsome king in all the empire. Like, what is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? So many people in your life that you will meet, they are constantly telling you about what you're supposed to do and that you have to follow all these rules in society. And I think it's just nonsense. I'm not saying go cook crystal meth and go murder people. Hell, if any of us tried to do it, we wouldn't be as capable as Walter. But I'm not saying go commit the same actions. I'm saying take up that same torch. Light that same fire. Take the same control of your life that Walter White did. Did it all spiral into oblivion? Did it all blow up in his face? Of course he did. Of course he did. Nothing in nature blooms year-round. Nothing lasts forever. Judgment Day will come. But whether that's in your favor or not is up to you. Walter White may not be the most virtuous character in fiction, but if the alternative is obscurity, then which option grants a better life? Thank you, and good night.